Sup, you Eurovision fools? It's Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel, and this is your daily Eurovision news roundup. We're just going to give you a quick update on what has happened over the last 24 to 48 hours. So let's not waste any more time. Let's talk Eurovision. Starting with some potentially big news, actually. Is Little Big returning to Eurovision, or actually doing Eurovision for the first time, representing Russia? Well, this is what happened. We all know Little Big was selected internally by the Russian broadcaster as the act for Eurovision 2020 with the song Uno. Very, very popular song. And unfortunately, we all know Eurovision was cancelled. So Russia has been fairly quiet, or completely quiet, as far as like this year's act is concerned. Now, a Russian news site called Gazeta.ru, they report that Little Big will most likely represent Russia at Eurovision this year. And not only that, they will actually have an actual national final where they determine the song, or the Russian folks will determine the song. That national final is slated to be on March 8th. So that's just a couple of less than 2 weeks from now. What? Now keep in mind, this has not been confirmed by the band or the Russian broadcaster yet. It's just according to the reports from that website that they already have been internally selected by Channel 1. And a live national final, as pointed out, will take place to determine the song that will be performed at Eurovision and will be hosted by Yana Chirikova. We don't know exactly how many songs will be in the running and all of the details in terms of like jury and televote, but if we can believe the reports, that is where we're heading, which is super exciting if you ask me. While it is certainly not clear, that's not like set in stone, and I want to be very clear about that, based on the information that we have, it is a high probability that it will be Little Big. So there's always a little caveat, so add the disclaimer to make sure, but the consistently and the common sense dictates it will be Little Big. And they have kind of hinted at it a little bit if you read between the lines as well. So if you want to be more realistic and pessimistic, wait for the full confirmation, but if you believe what's out there, then you should get very, very excited. As a matter of fact, 2004 Eurovision representative Yulia I'm so bad with the name, Savicheva. She represented Eurovision Russia in 2004. She said that she's been invited to attend the show on March 8th. So there is something going on. So yes, as pointed out, Uno last year, a huge fan favorite, and Russian fans, for good reason, were just over the moon when they were selected and the song was very well received. Of course, can they recreate the magic? But we shall see. For now, let's get cautiously optimistic about another act returning. I always use the term returning because they're not really returning since Eurovision never happened last year, but they were that were initially selected. Because I want them all to return, especially Little Big, who had such a huge impact in the selection process and the hype. And this TikTok-friendly song on music, I mean, it's still gonna work, could work in this year as well. I'm excited. Stay tuned for more updates, but maybe get a little excited if you were a Little Big fan. So let's talk about Cyprus real quick. I just, during my last video, talked about some of the controversies that happened with the song and the music video. And it seems for some reason Cyprus, that time around, the song gets a lot of attention from different groups for different reasons. Apparently, the broadcaster had to defend the selection of El Diablo against a Christian group that has tried to boycott the song and force the broadcaster to withdraw the song from the contest. There is this whole El Diablo, the devil terminology, a reference that they're referring to, that they don't like the idea behind it. But it didn't stop there. Yes, they got a lot of calls asking for the withdrawal of the song for that reason, but it went as far as they were actual physical threats. They're investigating calls that following some members of the public threatening to burn down the broadcaster's building. Let that sink in. That's how strongly these people feel, threatening violence. So now the police has to be around the broadcaster's building to make sure that nothing bad happens, but this is as far as it went. Of course, the broadcaster now had to release an official statement, which reads, It is the eternal struggle between good and evil, the song. Through this troubled relationship with Stockholm Syndrome, and despite the paranoia he experiences, in the end the truth always shines, where she seeks help to get out and shake the bonds on a path to freedom. Especially nowadays, we hope that the song and its correct interpretation will be an inspiration not only for women, but for anyone who experiences similar situations. So, just to be clear, the broadcaster in Cyprus has zero intention of withdrawing the song. They're standing behind it, but it is always very unfortunate when you have people go a little bit too far, and by little, I mean a lot too far, threatening violence and hurting people and all of that stuff. That is a no bueno, and hopefully the police will be able to track those people down, because the call for violence, I mean, that is already a crime in itself, right? So, no worries about the fans of the song El Diablo. It's gonna go to Eurovision, but I just wanted to let you know what's going on. The Irish broadcaster RTE, they previously reconfirmed Lesley Roy as the act for Eurovision 2021. She previously had Story in My Life in the running. Eurovision got cancelled. Keep repeating myself. Now, this morning, during the morning radio show, the song Maps was premiered and is also now available on the official Eurovision.tv page. So this is the 13th song of the Eurovision 2021 season that has been released. It is available for your viewing and listening pleasure. I am putting the link in the description box so you can watch it. And I also did a reaction video to it as well, so you can see my opinions on it and first impression. So check that video out as well. But yes, another song in the running, more to come. We have a bunch of semifinals coming up. I already reported on that, and that'll be fun. Quick update on Austria. Vincent Bueno, also selected internally after being the original representative for 2020. We know now the name of the song. It's called Amen. To give you a little bit context here, he is saying that his song is different from his previous music and songs, so not the classic Bueno style. If you liked it, you may be disappointed, but if it wasn't your cup of tea, maybe there is a glimmer of hope that you like the song. We don't know how religiously inspired the song is, or if Amen is just used as a metaphor or just as a word that sounds good. So we have to wait a little longer to get an update. The song will be released probably within the first week of March, and it's going to be just an onslaught of many songs, so get ready because it'll be a busy season. Also, real quick, the Netherlands, jeangu macrooy, returning or doing his first Eurovision as well. We finally have some information as well. The song for the Dutch home team will be released on Thursday, March 4th. The song will be premiered during a live special broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at 1900 Central European Time. Get ready for it. Another song in early mid-March that's going to be released. It's going to be busy. I keep repeating myself. But hey, at least we have a date. That's always at least one step in the right direction. Those are the updates for today. A lot of good stuff to look forward to. Thank you for watching. Love to hear your thoughts on all the updates of the day. Leave them in the comment section. I'm moving on. Have a good day.